All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the Glacial Serpent. Today, I hope to take this into Psy and continue, or start rendering it. I'm not going to ink it. I'm going to continue on the kind of experimental way of doing things. See how it works. And let me open Twitch first, because I forgot to open Twitch. Let me go on Twitch. Hello, Nix, Lexi, whoever you are. So, I have to, yes, I have to. The stream is live. There you go. Alright. So, I'm gonna pull my reference. Chase might join us today if he finishes work. In the meantime, we can continue this. So, I think I used a triangle brush last time. I'm a little cold drawing wise. Also kind of cold in general because it's not hot. It's not being hot today. So in fact, I got my window closed. I might need a on my side. We'll see. We will see, indeed. So, what do I want to do? I want to keep it fairly simple. Fairly simple. I keep trying to do Solid Snake because I've been playing Metal Gear 4. Trying to defeat... No, actually I did defeat Vamp. But I saved right afterwards, so it's not like I've seen him dying yet. Or sort of. So there was something I actually wanted to check. Yes, the size of these arms is different. Well, I might pull this back ever so slightly. By the way, if anyone has any intention to back up, to back Aethermon, we had a stream yesterday. It's the last 12 hours, so feel free to hop to GameFound, not GoFundMe, GameFound, and back Aethermon Collect. It's gonna be up for another roughly 12 hours, I believe. I saw it a while ago. So that's gonna help expanding the world even further, and me make more creatures like that. If you want to see them, that is. I should have a GameFound page too, but I would have no game, just found. I actually finished the Thunderwing Drake today, and I hope to have enough time tomorrow or the next couple days, at least before the end of the week, to finish the Moonshadow. No worries, Chris or Sarah, or both. My pleasure. Also, I believe I messed up your sleeping schedule at this point. Oh, I forgot to record. I might also have a recording of that, the snail one, so I might put up or give you the time lapse. It's a clean time lapse without overlays. Not sure if I did record the session last time with the colors, but I probably did. So anyway. And make sure I'm using the same thickness. Oh yeah, it was great to have you here. It was fun. It was really fun. So I'm glad we could finish the snail. I like how it came out. Too bad for the color that needs to be CMYK. As I said yesterday, I'm a fan of RGB, so overall, I also like RGB lights. In the computer, at least. Not too fancy RGB, just moderately RGB. In Japan, in my office, I have purple lights behind the desk, so that I see this purple light coming from behind the desk. It's pretty neat. So yeah, I'm a fan. Hey, Emperor of Cheese. The mighty emperor of bees, cheese. Sneeze. Squeeze. How is it going today? How goes it? Let's cut it like this. I'm pretty confident I will finish this line art. Okay. Cleaner line art, not super clean. Somewhat clean line art. I don't want to exaggerate with these because some of them should have a different size. Probably. Bees. Oh, wrong guy. I know. Emperor of bees.
Oh, I guess I just got here.
I forgot to turn down the volume from Metal Gear. Ah. That freaked me out. How are you?
Disappointed.
Disappointed? Why? Bathroom didn't go well.
Well, that one okay. But
Okay.
I don't know. I got like a really good amount of work yesterday and I was able to go to bed early. And I'm like, all right, I'll probably get done with work pretty early today. So I got like 7 hours of sleep. I woke up, I felt pretty good. And I'm like, I'm ready to tackle the day.
Yay.
And then it's been dead most of the day.
Yeah. I had nothing to do today as well, so that's why I finished the Thunderwing Dragon. Chase saw it before everyone else. I think it came out pretty well.
I like it.
I think the Moonshadow has a better line quality though. Even if it's rougher, I like it more. So we'll see when I finish it. Probably.
I see Ethermon Studios is in the chat.
Yes.
I will take the time to shill for them and say that they've got 12 hours left on their game found. If you want to get onto that.
Yeah,
I'm actually getting ready to buy it.
I said it a while ago.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, we had to say, see, great minds think alike. It's clear.
I'm actually getting ready to order it to myself.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the support. I am on the receiving end, so I am very thankful.
Wait, do you make money off of this?
No, but I worked on
okay.
it, so.
But technically, they could use the money to make more Ethermon.
Yeah, right.
So you kind of would. So I'm giving more money to Nemo in some way, I guess.
Hey, more money to make monsters. What else could I ask? More monsters. Yes.
Oh, Emperor of Cheese is in the chat.
Wait, what did you ask me to put as a sound? I forgot.
A clown honking noise.
Oh, right. Yes. But I don't think there was just one. Like, there are probably several different types, were it not. Is there a classic one? Something like that?
Or you could look up, like, just clown horn. There's probably plenty of those.
Okies. Okies dokies. Gotta simplify this thing here. I have to simplify. To shimpify it. Simp.
No. No simps allowed.
No. My dad is unfortunate. So I guess your day was fairly flat so far. If you didn't have much work, could you work on the game or anything else?
Well, I said yesterday was good.
Yes. I mean, since you didn't have much today, did you work on the game?
I've been working on a couple things. I've been working on a sprite for the Jail Man.
Oh.
I'm having a hard time because I don't know what kind of pose I should put him in.
Well, make a drawing first.
Well, I've already drawn it. The thing I'm thinking about is the arms, because I don't know if I like want him to have his arms kind of crooked in, you know, or if I want them on the sides.
Yeah. Why is my phone?
I'm trying to think of like what that, like an analogy, like, you know, like in games or things like how the old witch has like the crooked hands and she's like, you know, Like she rubs her hands in front of her body.
Mhm.
It's hard to put into words. That
Yes.
sort of crooked arm thing that you kind of did with it.
Mhm. Yes. I understand. No, we're not bullying you, Emperor Cheese. I think he's referring to the clown horn.
Or is he talking
Also,
about the air horn?
I don't do that. Chase does. I don't bully people. Except when I do, which is not very often. It's sometimes. If this scrub be wrong, I might. Not really though. So. Okay, today I'm definitely slower. I need to pick up some pace. By the way, I don't know if it's something you can or want to talk about, but you said you were watching something last Friday and it was not good during your meeting.
Why the hell would you bring this up?
I don't know.
I
Because
just wanted to forget it, and now you're
okay.
making me remember.
Okay. I thought it would be something to talk about. That's why.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
You
Sam
don't want to say
Sam and I
us
have, like-
and mention it.
Sam and I have watched movies together for like the past decade. Like we watch movies and television shows with each other all the time. This is the first time in everything we've watched that I said halfway through, I can't do it. Let's stop. I just can't do it.
Okay.
It was that bad.
Wow.
It wasn't a movie.
Oh.
It was like a
Anime?
PowerPoint slideshow
Oh,
with like
okay.
Adobe plugin effects put over it.
Oh.
And sometimes they would take like live footage and put filters on it to make it look like a comic book.
Okay.
This is the
Alright.
worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay. That's something. I'm curious now. Because
Terrible
I've been
voice
seeing
acting.
I've been seeing you know, those ugly for some reason Twitter X started recommending me those very strange Japanese superhero clips. I don't know. It keeps doing it. I posted some in the Discord. They are really trash. Like they are the uttermost trash I've ever seen. In a fun way, I guess you can joke about it like this is so bad that it's mildly entertaining, but still they are pretty bad. I don't know how people can come up with something that's like, whoever could think that something like that is cool? I don't know. I don't think I've ever thought so, even as a kid. Because those are really, really bad. Really bad. Like Spider-Man, the super national champion of athletics. What is he? He says he's like the champion of what? Super Medallia champion something.
Okay,
Something like
I'm
that, I don't know.
converting 60 Australian dollars to American dollars. Let's see. Wow, 39.40 for
Okay.
Australia.
Not bad. Not a bad conversion. Pretty convenient. Well, I guess it depends on how much things cost in Australia, which I have no idea about.
It was a superhero film, but it wasn't Nigerian.
Oh, it was a superhero film.
It's film, in quotes.
Well, it was someone filmed it. I guess. No?
It was more like comic book panels put together as a slideshow.
Oh, okay. So someone drew it.
I'm pretty sure there's an actual website for the comic, and I think they took images from the comic book, and then it's so hard to explain. Like they cropped out some of the images to make action scenes, and like so you'd have a guy flying at another guy, but like half of his head is missing because it wasn't in the panel of the comic book.
No, can you please? Is it? Where is it? Where can I find this thing? Where?
Okay. I don't recommend watching it. It's not as funny as I'm making it sound. It's terrible. It's called Omega 1. which you'll have to look up Omega 1 comic.
Yeah, because this is introducing the Omega 1 is like an engine. Okay, it's a comic book. Yeah, I can see it's a comic.
Yes.
Okay.
And they made a movie based on the comic book.
TV series 2013. Is it this? Or a full animated sci-fi? Hey, Free for Fire! It's been a while. Welcome back to our humble stream. I'm trying to understand what this thing is. Play the trailer. You can probably hear it. No, it's not. It's muted, fortunately. Odyssey Studios. Is this? 2017. Oh, this is the trailer. Hell. What the hell is this? Did they use the Matrix kind of code?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the
my
comic book
God.
looks well drawn, but this is not a movie.
No, that's the movie.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch this.
Same when I started watching, and I was howling when they're doing the prologue because it's written like in Comic Sans, and I was making fun of it. And then they start showing comic book scenes. And I thought, oh my God, this isn't live action, is it? It's just going to be like a slideshow of comic
You thought
book.
it was live action when he went in?
Yeah, we did. Neither Sam and I had never watched this. We bought like a shitty movie pack, and I was like,
man.
"Oh, we gotta watch one of these. I bet it'll be funny." And so I picked that one, and neither of us knew anything. But I was howling with laughter because I was reading the description, and for some reason, it was listing people's like ethnicities. Oh, hang on. Let me read it.
It's some small PC issues, and they kind of fell off for a bit. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it's resolved now. I hate having computer
Here.
issues.
Let me read the summary.
Oh,
In the
gosh.
year 2022, the planet is ravaged by humanity's worst fear, World War III. But this is not a war of bombs and bullets. It is a war of information, and governments and the global corporate sector has had no success in finding the leader of the attack. Ibrahim Anwar, 40s, Middle Eastern. After 20 years of waiting, Reverend Dr. Michael Bertrand, 50s, Caucasian, the head of a super secret UN facility, Ethos, designated to train the world's most genetically perfect children to become an elite fighting force, finally receives a shot at saving the world. So I read that and I was howling with laughter that they were like listing the race of the
You know what?
people
It sounds like
in the movie.
like how Japanese introduce themselves without the race, obviously. I mean, they also use the race if they talk to someone who's not Japanese. It's kind of like my wife introduced herself to me first time.
Hello, Fabio, Italian, 30s.
No, referring to herself, because that's what they do. Like officially, they introduce themselves like with age and where they're from, which is kind of weird. Instead of just a name, they say basically their own bio.
No, cheese. Cheese, it's the worst shit I've ever seen. I'm getting mad just sitting here thinking about it. Because, like, I'm even more mad because I'm the one that suggested it. I'm like, so I feel responsible a little bit for putting Sam through that. And I'm just like, oh my God. That's the first movie he and I have ever, like, just tapped out on. We're like, we can't do this.
That's insane.
It's awful. It's not a movie.
Oh well. Well, it was a shitty movie though. It was a shitty thing.
No,
it was
it's
a shitty
not
thing.
a movie. It's a
Okay.
PowerPoint slideshow with Adobe After Effects plugins that are so obvious.
The world's most superior Japanese, obviously. What else? What else is not Japanese?
No, cheese. It's worse than those. It's unwatchable. Completely unwatchable.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
It's not even like funny bad, because some things are like really bad, but they're funny. It's just awful. There's no enjoyment out of it. Just hearing these
to be
shitty
fair,
voice
like those things I
actors.
mentioned before. Those
Oh
things,
yeah, I gotta eat my natto beans. Oh, sorry, we're stuck in an elevator. I didn't wear deodorant. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great writing. I hate you people.
To be fair though, the things I mentioned a while ago, they give you epilepsy, so I guess.
I'd rather have epilepsy than watch that again.
Jeez, it must have been really bad. Jesus.
No, don't listen to me and be like, oh, he's being hyperbolic. Trust me, it's not worth
I
watching.
feel like trusting. I've seen it, Cheese. I've seen the trailer. Yeah, it doesn't look like a movie, honestly. It looks like a garbage. So
yeah, if you don't believe me, go watch the trailer.
Yeah, look it up. Omega 1 comic movie IMDb page.
Go watch the trailer, as Nemo said, because I just looked at it, and if you're like, man, this looks really bad for a trailer, dude, that's the whole movie. When I mentioned that they take like live action footage, they like take stock footage of mountains and they put a filter over it to make it look like it's comic-y, and then they draw like a cartoon helicopter flying over it. I'm not joking.
God, this reminds me of a it was a show, it's kind of a, I wouldn't call it cartoon, with dinosaurs. It was horrible. Like the voice acting sounded like they were a bunch of gypsies just trying to speak Italian. Really, it totally. I don't know if there's an English version. Probably not. You want to watch it in for free because it's gonna rob you of your precious time.
Don't watch it, even if they pay you to watch it. I'm telling you.
It's gonna rob you of precious time you could spend doing something more useful, probably.
Because the movie is split up into episodes, which is stupid. So like, there's a prologue that's like 4 minutes long, and then there's like a 2-minute episode, and it says, "Okay, on episode 2 coming up next." And I'm like, what? Your first episode was a 3-minute prologue with like 2 minutes of incomprehensible action.
Well, because it's not really action if it's not acted.
No, it's PNGs flying at each other and making noises. Actually, it's more like JPEGs.
How nice. That sounds like something I want to watch. Really, or not.
It's like something I would have made when I was in high school.
Oh yeah, I was making stuff like that. Better. No. I was making videos of my wrestlers. Like movie trailers with them. So like I actually filmed them though. So it's different. Oh, my ears, man. Oh, I had it muted, so I don't know how it sounds. Do you feel the lack of gravity, Cheese? The voice is so empty that it feels like there is no gravity in it. Huh. Trying to finish at least a few more of the Smaugust dragons. So no time for cringe. Well, I finished one. And I am sketching every single day. I actually was pretty happy with today's sketch too, so yeah, it's going pretty well. Even if I do not finish them immediately, I'm planning on finishing almost all of them. If not all of them. It's going to take some time, but it should be good.
Nemo, I've been brainstorming stuff for our next package already.
Oh, already? Wow.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of insects if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, I like insects. Well, I like to draw insects.
I kind of want to, I don't know if you remember, but I kind of want to do the crustworm idea I had.
Yes. The green one?
It's like the larva and then the cocoon and then the big one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've done a couple things like that, like the baby dragon, big dragon, and then the 2 plants. And I'm like, I kind of like this idea.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I was thinking about making monsters at the beginning, because I was heavily influenced by the fact that I was doing fake mon. So I'm like, well, what if I make them more realistic, like stronger versions of the same thing? So that's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool. Probably a little too much going on there.
What a horrible day.
Why? Why?
Absolutely sparse work. And then Nemo brings up Omega 1. It's like PTSD coming back to me.
It flashes. You wake up in the night sweating.
I'm like a
oh,
Vietnam
God.
vet getting spit on in the airport. I come home.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm a Starflare and Glacial Serpent. Oh, can I see? Can I see it since I'm working on it? I'm not gonna obviously I'm not gonna copy from it because I'm almost done with this. But I'm curious to see what you came up with.
Or post it on Discord.
Oh, he posted?
No, I said he should.
Ah, should. Yeah. I was about to say that.
No, cheese. I've never watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. That sounds like an obscure film.
I've never heard that. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
But I don't know if I watch it at all. Honestly, apart from what I've seen on TV. Like, I don't think I've ever watched the complete thing. Obviously, I'm very familiar with the most iconic scenes, especially the one with the... What's it called? Was it actually composed, that music for the movie, or was it classical piece?
Which one?
Boom, 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 boom. The classic one, you know.
Oh, you're talking about the Zarathustra?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's a classical piece.
Right, that's what I thought. So I'm familiar with that, but no, I have not watched the whole thing, except for what I've seen.
That was it was actually a tone poem that was made by Richard Strauss in in the 1890s, but that's what the theme was based on.
That's, by the way, speaking of Zarathustra, that's a book I want to read. I've read very little of Nietzsche when I was in school, and I'm curious. I don't like nihilism. I don't want to be nihilistic, but I would be curious to know more about it. Just very roughly familiar with the...
It's a great one.
Zarathustra, or any of the others like Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh, I recommend anything he's written.
Really?
Yeah. Nietzsche is one of the best philosophers ever.
I heard so. I don't know what to think about his nihilism, though. Because I don't know if it actually is nihilism. I mean, I understand... I don't know enough about him or his philosophy to obviously banter about, but most people seem to take him as, well, God is dead and this is the end of everything, blah, blah. I'm not sure. Like, from what I've read, the very little that I know, it doesn't seem like he is that. It feels more of a warning or a worry or a warning rather than, well, this is how it is, but you can do something about it. I don't know enough to talk about it properly. I'm going to read something, then revisit it.
It's a complex subject. I mean, he's a nihilist, but the thing about so there's kind of like people that brand themselves as nihilists, but they're sort of more like edgy teenagers, or it's like when people call themselves Satanists when they're like 14, but it's really just kind of like a reaction to some sort of upbringing, or they have like very conservatively religious parents, and so they're kind of rebelling against them. But nihilism as a philosophy is a lot different than how it actualizes in people, and nihilism in and of itself is just the rejection of sort of objective meaning in things. So it's like saying, if you say that life has no objective meaning, that does not preclude you from saying that there is a subjective meaning that is important to you. What you're saying is that there's no objective meaning that is universally true for all people, but there can be a subjective meaning that is true for me. That's essentially, that's a central claim of nihilism. You can choose to reject that or not, but that was more Nietzsche's philosophy. He was approaching it from
it reminds me of what Viktor
standpoint.
Frankl says then. To a degree, because he says there is no inherent meaning, but the meaning you can assign or find,
right?
Or it kind of reveals itself to you, but it's subjective. It's something you have to look for or be ready for.
It isn't that there's like an inherent value to things, but rather value is something that you imbue into things.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with like money, right? There
Yeah.
is no sort of objective meaning to money other than what we collectively give it, impose upon it as a society. Because otherwise, money is just paper. But it's sort of like the subjective collective agreement about what the value is and what the value should be that gives it its value.
Right.
That's sort of the same idea behind meaning. So
Um,
this might be meaningful to you, but it may not be meaningful to me, or
right.
vice
Yes.
versa. That's kind
Absolutely.
of the
Yeah.
basic idea.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Free for fire. Free for fire. I heard he was did he end up being psychotic at some point or something? I heard something like that.
Most intelligent people are.
I mean, clinically psychotic. I don't know.
There's like a degree of IQ that once you reach, it starts to lead to increasingly erratic behavior. I mean, the same thing is true for like Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was a genius, but as a person, he was pretty weird. Like he created his own Bible, the Newtonian Bible. Thomas Jefferson did the same thing.
Wow. Oh well. Thankfully, I'm not that smart, so I don't have that kind of. I don't run that kind of risk. Hey. Freud was the wild. Yeah, Freud was also pretty wild. I don't know if I can agree with Freud's vision of human nature. I don't think you can reduce. I don't think I can agree with reducing everything to sexuality. The way he puts it. To be fair though, I got so bored with the interpretation of dreams that I stopped reading it halfway through. So I don't know. I was tired of hearing stories about.
He's not a very compelling writer, to be honest.
Yeah, it was
Some
very
of his
boring.
ideas are interesting, but the way he presents them.
Right. I read it because I was very interested. Like, okay, I'm curious about that. How did we? Oh, hey, Queen of Rodents. Freud, all the mummy issues in the world. I don't know if he caused them. Turn out for a bit. How did we get from bullying Emperor Cheese to talking about nihilism? How did we get there? Oh, about that.
He talked about 2001: A Space Odyssey. Then we talked about
Zarathustra.
also Sprach Zarathustra, and then that led to Zarathustra.
I find something exceedingly interesting in the name for some reason. Like it's calling me. It's been calling me since when I did not read it in school. It was like it was mentioned because we had this weird asshole of a teacher who did not give us, the various texts to read. He would just make summaries, and then we had to read his summaries, which were written in a horrible, horrible way. And so when I heard about also Sprach Zarathustra, I was like, God, this sounds so compelling for some reason. To me, like the word Zarathustra sounds so compelling. So I want to read this thing, but I never did. I know it's stupid. That's a stupid reason, but I find it compelling. So I will read it at some point. Maybe this year. Probably this year.
Well, I mean, Zarathustra is just another way of saying Zoroaster. So
Yeah,
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah. I remember very little about that as well. Very little. We didn't really learn much in school, so. It was a religion in the Middle East, right? At the early stages of civilization, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Zoroaster was like an Iranian prophet.
Yeah.
But it was like Zoroastrian was like the first monotheistic religion.
Right. You can start with Chase's loss of humanity. The Omega tragedy. Omega. It's the end. That's why it's called Omega, because it's the end. It's the end, and it is the end. The end.
Also kind of miffed because the movie took some of my ideas.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it had something
just
good.
Did them poorly.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Anyway, yes, I gave up reading Freud because it was boring. It was just I couldn't take any more stories about dreams of his patients. that were whose wild dream was, something sexual with their mothers. That was too much. So I decided to bail out.
Yeah, when he starts to get into dreams, I'm like Sigmund Freud, more like Sigmund Fraud. This is bullshit.
I don't know if it is because I don't have, I guess, the knowledge about that to say it is, but it was just boring. I was tired of reading about that.
I think it is. I feel like he's reaching with a lot of his interpretations.
It could be. Yeah, some of them did feel not so on point as far as I cannot name any because I cannot remember much, but that's what I thought back then. I prefer, like, if I have to choose, I know it's not a method that's still considered valid or it's surpassed or whatever, and it's considered occultist or something like that, but I prefer to read Jung. Jung is, for me, is much more interesting. I have the multiple copies actually of the Red Book, and I've read some summaries also about him.
I don't agree with everything that Jung says, but he's a lot more interesting than Freud.
Yeah, he's a little, like, sometimes he tends to be a little too mystical. But I find him compelling, at least, like the way he puts things down. I do like the idea of the archetypes. I did not read Aeon. I have it, but I have not read it. In all the various dream figures and whatnot. But I find it interesting as a concept because that kind of makes sense to me. Freud much less so, for some reason.
Are you talking about the 12 archetypes of characters or people?
Yes. Or the dream archetypes. That's, no.
Hey, guess what?
You put them in your game?
Vicunauts has 12 playable characters. Isn't that interesting?
Okay. That's interesting. So one is a sage, one is a hero. The others, I don't remember.
There's an innocent, a ruler, a caregiver, an everyman, a jester, a lover, a hero, a magician.
That's really interesting. You cringe yourself to death when watching it. Oh my god, yeah, I guess. Freud having a TLDR version, too long to read, too long didn't read, with his most wacky stuff just go for the laughs. It's probably the best call. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I prefer Jung very much. I did find some parts of the Red Book difficult to read. I don't know if that was mostly for my own, I guess, boredom at some point. It is not an easy thing to read, but some of the, as far as I can understand, they are half dreams or active imagination dreams that he had. That's why I read it, because I was interested in active imagination, how they could improve creativity. Some of them are very interesting. Like there is one very vivid with an old lady. It's set in a sort of an underworld with an old man and his daughter, and it's obviously it's that one of the archetypes, the old man, and it's very interesting. Like the things that come up during the quote unquote dream. It's not really, but so I recommend reading it. Actually, if someone wants to pay shipping, I can send a free copy because they sent me two for mistake. As a mistake, I bought the book on Book Depository, which was a great website that's closed now. That shipped for free worldwide, and I got two copies because one was late, so I said, "Hey, is it coming?" And they're like, "Well, maybe it got lost, so we're gonna send you another one." And I got two. So one is new, not even open. It's on the cellophane wrap. The 12 marketing archetypes? No, I don't think I did. Not yet.
Is there going to be DLC or pre-order content for Vicunauts? I sure hope not. I'd like to finish the game first. That being said, I did think about, like, if the game gets a measure of success, I might do some DLC for it, like side stories, that kind of thing. I might commission Nemo to make some unique monsters and bosses for the DLC. That would be cool.
Giant mecha.
If I would do that, I'd make it like themed over like a story. So like each DLC pack would be like a 5-hour
Oh,
extra story kind of
thanks for
thing.
subscribing, Joker. I'm sorry that we hear the default sound for this, but that's what it plays for YouTube. So thanks for
But
subscribing.
yes, there will be pre-order content. I'm gonna have Nemo draw like bikini outfit for Riot and also a bunny girl outfit.
Oh Jesus.
And that'll be pre-order.
It's so sad that the world revolves around that all the time.
Well, trust me, people will love to see her in a bikini or bunny girl.
Oh, I don't have any doubt about that. Just so sad that people
And if it
do.
sells games, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing. Have you seen the mecha designs that I posted? Cheese. Well, they're not. They're just sketches. But I'm doing. Every day, I'm doing a fair amount of robots now. So, what you're saying is that you scammed them out of a book? No, I told them that they sent me one more. I actually told them, and they said keep it. Because obviously, well, I don't want to.
It would be a pain to like have to put it back in a pack and just ship it back to them. So they're just like keep it.
But legit, it took like 1 month. Like the first one took over a month to get to me. And so after 3 weeks, I was like, hey, what's going on here? It's been 3 weeks. I didn't get my books yet. Because it was the Red Book, and then it was Freud's book. The Interpretation of Dreams. And they said, you know what? We're going to send you another one. Or we're going to send your order again. And then the next day, I got it. And so I was like, hey, can you stop it? Because I received it. Like, no, it's shipped out already, so keep it. Or like 2 days later or something. It was a good website.
Region locked content. Yes, if you're in Europe, you're not going to be able to watch some of the cutscenes. So it's going to be like the South Park game where it just says, sorry, Europeans, but you don't get to watch this cutscene.
Yes, that is germane. Obviously, it's going to be region locked. Because it has to. It has to be.
I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to see what I can do to put it on the Switch.
That would be cool. I think it shouldn't be too difficult, but isn't there an option?
Some of the things on there.
Well, yeah, right.
I don't think the standards are as high anymore.
No, they're not. And apart from that, like, doesn't RPG Maker export for Switch? Compile to Switch?
I'm not sure. But there are definitely RPG Maker games on Switch.
Yeah, so might have to get an extra plugin or something.
I know one of them is there's a game called an NPC's Odyssey on the Switch, and it uses like directly RTP assets in the game.
People, please stop doing. Look, I'm gonna make a bunch of assets for free. Please stop using RTP monsters and stuff. They're not good. They used to be. RPG Maker XP and VX, they had pretty good monsters, like the one from Yamato Arakawa. But nowadays the RTP monsters are bad.
I would agree with like VX and VX Ace. I didn't care for the style of XP personally. It is a little too, I don't know, cartoony for me.
Maybe, yeah.
VX and VX Ace were great.
Maybe I'm even getting. I don't know if that's the version I'm thinking about. I think, or it might be that. Who knows? It's been long.
The stuff in MV and MZ though, it's a little too anime-ish for me.
It's bad. It's bad. It's pretty bad. I don't even like the sprites of the characters. Honestly, they used to be pretty good. Like the kind of like Final Fantasy VI in terms of style, the oldest ones. I'm not really liking at all the recent designs. They're too weird, chibi for my personal taste. So Germany and their habit of censoring.
What happened to the RPG Maker Unity? What happened to that?
It's out, but it's like a plugin. It's on the Unity Asset Store.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a software standalone. It's a plugin for Unity.
That's pointless.
Yes, I don't think I would ever use it because at that point I would just use Unity. I mean, yes, I can probably make a helper system for Unity instead of like using theirs, because what's the point if you're already using Unity? Just use Unity or RPG Maker, because RPG Maker makes things way easier, right? It sets all your stats and whatnot if you don't want to do it.
Well, it just automates a lot of the busy work that you would otherwise have to do.
So that's handy. I don't know about Unity plugin. Honestly, don't know. It's time to fill all these little crevices. I get a bit stubborn of using pre-made assets and never use those. Did you ever make a game?
Yeah, I'm not doing everything on my own.
Doing everything is impossible.
I fully admit that I have bought tile sets that are available for public
There's
use,
nothing
but
bad
I
in
just,
doing that, especially for tile
yeah.
sets. Also, I sell asset packs, so it would be stupid of me to say that.
But that's different than using the stuff that comes with the software. Like if you go out of your way to buy assets, right. That's different.
It's very different. So what I'm arguing is that the RTP, the ones that come with the software, are pretty bad. Obviously, the ones that some people made are different, and you're choosing something maybe of a specific style, which is not exactly like using the standard stuff.
Well, the other thing is like 90% of games that use the software are going to be using the RTP assets. Right. So everything eventually is going to feel the same.
Yeah. And you really don't want that.
And so not using them and actually, hiring somebody to do custom monsters or have custom music will make your game stand out.
Yes, that's why you should hire me, yours truly, to make your assets, to make your monsters, or the monsters for your new game.
That's why I put myself into crippling debt hiring Nemo.
I hope not. I would feel very guilty about that.
Nah, I'm doing all right.
While using the money I got as a fan, to procure myself a gentle breeze.
I say that while I just spent $40 on Ethermon.
Okay, I am a little concerned about something here. I don't like this. Cookies, that might need to be a little... Should go behind. Okay, I think this is looking fairly good. Not too bad. I'm liking it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm not sure if that's Chris or Sarah using that account.
Just use AI, bro. Yeah, just use... Oh, by the way, some time ago I said that prompt engineer would have been the shortest lived job ever made. Well, now it is, because it's been replaced by self-prompt generating AI. So in ChatGPT, you can now generate prompts for ChatGPT with a plugin.
Yeah,
so whatever.
There's plugins that help you with that. Yeah.
So, prompt engineers. Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be so great. Listen, I'm getting like a morbid in your face kind of thing for people telling me that, oh, AI doesn't matter, you don't have to worry about it. And dude, I'm like, AI is gonna start creating its own AI in the future.
At some point. Oh man, I don't want to see that kind of future.
It's okay. Great for me because I work in AI, but
well, I don't. It's actually gonna take... No, it's not gonna take my job away because I'm gonna be so remarkable so quickly. Then before AI has even the chance to hit, I'm gonna be famous and rich. Or no.
It's gonna be awesome because it's using my knowledge. So someday a robot may show up at your house and it sounds like me.
Oh, God.
My babies are gonna conquer the world.
Oh man. No.
You can send your hate
Please,
mail to Viconauts@gmail.
Do you actually have the email already?
No, I should make one though.
Yeah, you should. You should make a website.
I was
Once
gonna
you
make
have
a
some...
Twitter.
Okay. I don't want to packet this anymore. I think we might have a little too much busyness going on there. That's a lot of crystals. And then it fades kind of abruptly. So, but you know what? Who cares? It's gonna be like that. I'm gonna downplay it ever so slightly, I guess. Actually, no, let me do it now. Let me remove some of these. Remove this. And, I'm about to sneeze. Sneeze.
Here it comes.
Oh, okay. Saved. I'm safe. Did not sneeze. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna, is this PSD? Yes, it's a PSD, so I'm gonna open. Wait, do I have anything compromising behind this? No. Just Obi-Wan.
Thankfully Angus isn't here. He hates sneezes.
He gets upset.
Oh yeah. Whenever I sneeze, he looks at me and has like a very worried expression, like I'm about to die or something.
Oh, he worries? Okay.
Yeah, he walks over and gets on my lap and like licks my face to make sure I'm okay.
Okay. That's cute though. Very loyal dog. Glacial Serpent. There you go. I'm gonna have to save this as Side 2. This didn't take much. This is the 3rd hour. 3 hours to get this, to get here. Not bad.
Did Emperor of Cheese leave to get kimchi? Where is he?
Where's he?
Where's Rachel?
Artificial intelligence can't replace you if you're not intelligent.
Well, I mean, it can.
Big brain move like like with the you know the guy. Wait, let me. Oh hey Matthews. It's weird to think that if I'm good fast enough, I might end up taking the AI's jobs. No, but this is what I was thinking when he said that. You know that? Like, hey, big brain.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I should have given my serpent some arms as well. Mine is just a worm. It's fine, it's a serpent. I just gave it arms because I was working on something similar. And I'm like, hey, probably give it arms. They're not even that visible. So, it's fine. Hey, here comes the sneezing, or the sniffles. Where is he? Where is he? It's been a while since I watched
Batman.
Where is she? Where is she? Where? Miss Yuna, I can't find you. I can't
puts
find
on
you.
the Batman eye veil and thinks that he's tricking everyone.
No, the Batman cowl. Oh man.
It's Yuna. I am the Batman.
I'm kind of thinking I should probably move that thing for the. No, it's fine. I have to make a scene for Sai. I didn't yet because I forgot.
Where's Yuna?
Where's Yuna?
Where's Yuna?
Miss Yuna? Where's Miss Yuna? Save me, please. Save me. Okay, you know what? I think this could be even good to go. I'm gonna.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Thank you, Jake.
It's been a while.
Thanks for the sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And welcome
Hang
in.
on. We got to play your favorite sound clip here while you're here.
The clouds dying planet.
5 months. Wow. I am truly honored. Everyone, if you don't know him, let me go check him out. He is a great streamer. He's very funny. I actually join every single stream, even when I'm working. And cloud's dying, yes. I made it with AI, AI voices.
Wow.
Yes, sorry about that.
Killing the voice acting industry.
Well, I cannot hire Barrett's voice actor to say that.
Just have me do it. I can do it. I can
Not
do
the
a Mr. T
same.
voice.
I wanted his voice. So Jake just finished very long and exhaustive in the sense that he did literally everything you can possibly do in Chrono Trigger Steam version. So
Nice.
go check him out. If you like Chrono Trigger, check his VOD because it was awesome.
Which you should.
Like, honestly,
by the way.
yes, I did not ever finish Chrono Trigger, so that was really awesome for me to watch. Some of the cutscenes are animated like the best Dragon Ball, of the best episodes of Dragon Ball Z. So it's a must. It is a must. Shame.
Chrono Trigger is still a gold standard when it comes to side quests and RPGs. All the side quests build the characters in the world, and you get great rewards from doing them.
I
That's how it
noticed
should be
that.
done. Yeah.
I noticed that, and there is Specchio. I actually grew fond of Specchio, also because Jake's impression of him, or it. That was great. It was really funny.
I would watch streams more often, but he streams at midnight and I'm asleep.
Beyond midnight, yes.
I was in one of his streams recently because he was showing off his Pyra and Mithra amiibos, and I made the comment that it was like a it was like a softcore puzzle piece when you put them together.
I love Specchio. He does like a Brooklyn sort of accent. I guess it's like Brooklyn accent.
Like a Joey Wheeler.
I'm not sure I remember Joy Wheeler.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know that they at least in the American version, I'm not sure about the international, but they came out with cards and they wrote the flavor text for those cards in his voice.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a card called Wolf, and here's the flavor text for it. This alpha wolf uses his sense of smell to find an enemy. Hey, quit sniffing at my socks.
You know, I've heard him so little in English that I could not even possibly remember that.
There's an image I posted so you can see I'm not lying.
Super high pitched, squeaky voice from Boston. Oh, from Boston it was. Sorry. Okay. Cool. Don't remember that. But cool. Yes.
Oh, Boston though. That's way different than Brooklyn.
I don't know. I thought I remembered something like that he said at the beginning, but I obviously don't know enough about
Nemo's
accents.
not an American. He doesn't know about regional accents here.
Not that much. I can kind of tell the generic Southern accent apart because I heard it many times. Also because I watched The Walking Dead in the first seasons. Maggie has a pretty Southern accent. Right.
Oh, hey, Saman.
Oh,
I didn't see
yo.
you show up.
Hello. How goes it, sir? I don't know if I want to.
Glad
read
everyone's
that.
showing up now and not when I was in misery at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, he was in misery because I reminded him about the an awesome slideshow.
PowerPoint slideshow
PowerPoint
movie.
slideshow that he watched on Friday. I didn't even know Boston had a specific accent. Is it
Oh,
very?
yeah.
Is it very angry?
Probably not as
You know why
angry
I'm
as
saying that?
Brooklyn, but
You know why I'm saying that? Because I remember, I think it was set in Boston. There was a show. It was like Pawn Stars, but it was like with incredibly angry people. I think they own a gun shop or something. What was the name? I'm pretty sure it was Boston. It was like, instead of a pawn shop, it was like a pawn shop or something like that. So it's called Hardcore Pawn. Oh, it's pretty old. I didn't know. Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, actually, it's been a long time. Now that I think about it, it was before I went to Japan, so it was like 2015. Jeez.
Wait, what?
Hardcore Pawn.
Hardcore Pawn? Okay.
Pawn, yes. Pawn. So, where is it coming in from? Yeah, what a name, right? It's Pawn. Not the other. Pawn. Not the other. And I want to say it again.
I must have typed in something wrong because I got something else showing up.
Really? No, I can't believe that. Really? No, I get that. I get the show.
I was joking, Nemo.
Okay.
Based off my search history.
Oh. I see. Now, I see.
They should make a show called Hardcore Prawn, where it's about people doing shrimp fishing.
Well, you know what? There is this is something you might actually like. I don't know if I ever told you about this. There is a series of challenges, kind of like riddles. The probably most complicated, convoluted online riddle series ever made online. It's called Not Prawn. Have you ever heard it?
No.
It's a URL-based riddle series of riddles. Basically, you have to find the next URL with clues hidden. I reached level. Do I still have it here? No, it's on my laptop, level 27 or something. Man, it's hard, but it's really satisfying. Sometimes you have to have knowledge of ciphers. I don't think I've ever cheated. I discovered them all by myself. I did use some clues for some of them, but some of them are really nice. You gotta use obviously some basic ciphers like Caesar, but also more complicated ones. Sometimes you have to manipulate the HTML code or JavaScript to get something out of the page that's gonna give you a solution. It's really awesome. I highly recommend it if you like riddles. It's very satisfying.
Sorry, you said Cypher, and I thought of Metal Gear.
Or
Zero.
The Matrix.
That's true.
It reminds me of the most exclusive,
Oh my God.
exclusive of the internet, that one. I think you mentioned it.
There's a Matrix stuff in
Yes,
Omega 1,
Lexicata. Exactly Lexicata, yes. It's exactly Lexicata. I tried doing Cicada, but I didn't make it. I made it to a point, but I got lost after a while. That's really cool, though. I like the Cicada one. I know someone solved it, not me. I did change the format of the file, like from image to text and all that kind of stuff. I reached to a point that I just had no idea how to continue, so I had to give up. I'm not that smart, unfortunately. Do you know Cicada? It's got Cicada number something. 3301. And it is pretty interesting. If you like riddles, like I like riddles a lot. Not simple riddles like, oh, try to guess this word. No, riddles like, try to solve this using your intelligence, not just.
Oh, hang on.
Riddles.
I remember this because they were like trying to find people, and then
Yes.
I think like the winners, whenever they would talk about them, would be like they would ask them questions about like information Like, do you support like online privacy and freedom and things like that? I don't remember what like the original purpose was, but it was something related to that.
Yeah, I don't know the original purpose. It was like a troll at the beginning.
But
as far as I can tell.
I do vaguely remember this because it was like 2012 or something.
Oh, it's pretty old, yes. All right, Sarah, and eventually Chris. Yeah, thanks to you. So, thanks for yesterday. It was really awesome. So I'm gonna let you know when the file is uploaded. Sometimes my drive messes things up and keeps uploading the same file over and over. I've got like 30 instances of the same file trying to upload. Sucks. What happened to the slideshow that made Chase like, it's there if you want to watch it. It's on YouTube. At least Cheese said so. It's on YouTube, or someone a while ago.
I think
Maybe it was
Free for Fire said that.
Fire said that.
But I mean, the fact that it's free is a warning.
That
You
is
mean they're
really
not
bad.
paying
I
me
did
to
see
watch
the
this?
trailer. I did see the trailer. It is bad.
It's horrible, terrible.
It's as bad as it
bullshit.
possibly
That's
can
what
get.
it is.
Like, I don't think you can go more bad than that. You can't go worse than that.
Yeah. When I watched it, I wanted to kill myself.
Oh, Jesus.
It was
come on.
that terrible.
Did you ever hear about the flag Shia LaBeouf posted online and the internet worked together to find where the flag
Yes.
was hanging? Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a big thing on like 4chan, the "He will not divide us" thing.
Cheese. Smile.
And then a bunch of the autists on the internet were able to use like geographic coordinates to find out wherever he was posting his flag.
Why? Like, was it like he wanted?
To troll him.
Okay.
No, this was after Trump got elected, and so he decided to do like a silent protest and be like, "He will not divide us." And then people would just constantly troll his streams and whatnot.
He streams?
He did. He would put up a
know.
camera in like public and just say that over and over again, and then people would show up and like mess with it.
Oh, man. Sometimes it doesn't work.
20
Why is it?
2016 and 2017, good times.
The greatest game. Oh, capture the flag ever play. Find formations and win patterns. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane. Dedicated people for sure. Very dedicated.
They would get like, they would take still images and they would like look at the grass and the sky patterns, and then they would like triangulate it with satellite data to figure out where it was.
A lot of stupid people on 4chan. Well, 4chan doesn't shine as a place for very constructive things to happen. at least given what I know.
Except for memes. 4chan invented most of the memes we use today.
That's true. Also, most of the pornography, as far as I can hear.
Yeah.
Or perversions of some kind. It was actually incredible. The work they went into to find the flag in the middle of nowhere. They homed in on him from a picture in a diner. And they studied local fauna, flight patterns. Jesus. Some people are very dedicated, not me. I am not. Now, how do I freaking shade this thing? You know what? I don't know. I don't know how to shade this thing right now. It's gonna be ice. So I don't want to do it as the usual ice. Maybe I can't. I don't know if I want to. Let's go a little random. Little Randall.
Random Hajil.
What?
One of the characters in Snatcher.
Oh. A game I should still play. What the?
Whose name is Elijah Modnar backwards.
I see. They use the angle of the airplanes flying over. Oh, the car horn, hoping people would pick it up in live feed because the flag was streamed. Oh, okay. So it was not just a photo he posted. He was actually streaming with the flag and got it. They found the place by using all that data while he was doing it. Understandable then. Because that the other thing sounded a little more like too much like a CIA type of thing.
Well, no, he initially did streams and then he stopped doing it because people were figuring out. And so then he would do like remote locations, but people still
Why was he
figured it out.
hiding anywhere? Like whatever, it's not like you're gonna be, it's not Russia, you're not gonna be hung by your neck. If you see something like that,
Hanged.
nobody cares. Huh?
Hanged.
Oh, it's not hung?
No, hung is different.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought it was at the same route. Okay, hanged by your neck.
You should tell the writers of Star Trek Picard that because they got that wrong too.
Okay, I'm not alone. Hey. Hey.
Picard says, "My mother was hung." I'm like, what? Was your mother actually a man? That doesn't make sense.
I see. So 4chan also created some pretty great horror series. Really? No, I did not. Saman, is that a real thing? Military guy who released information in Minecraft?
Was it Minecraft? I know what he's talking about. I don't know if it was a Minecraft server though.
There's amazing stories about the 4chan flag sage from Internet Historian. Okay, since we're talking about this, about weird stuff, I think that was also on 4chan, but it might be wrong. John Titor, the man from the future. Was it not on 4chan? Or was it something else? Do you remember Chase? John Titor? Chase is dead.
Hang on.
Oh,
No,
sure.
I'm not. I'm looking it up.
Ah,
Because I
okay.
think Saman is getting confused with a different story. I think you're thinking of Jack Texera. That was the guy who was posting classified information on Discord to win internet arguments about the Ukraine war.
Wow. Smart. Smart guy. Enter the wise guy. Oh, right. Jake, are you here because you had to help your son prepare for school or something? Or is it later now? It's probably later. Because I know you said something like that earlier when you were streaming. I was assuming you were awake for that. Or you woke up at a different time for that. It's, as far as I can understand, schools are... kids are back to school now. There. Oh, just got home. Okay. Cool. Minecraft thing was very recent. I don't know. The young in the military, he was talking to kids and wanted to look cool. Yeah, probably then Discord, not Minecraft.
That was earlier this year. He was in a Discord that was called Thug Shaker Central, and so he's getting into arguments with people, and he posted classified documents.
Nice. Hey. Oh, smart. My schedule, yes,
well,
my schedule will have to change because now is like 4 a.m. in Japan. So, it will, well, you mean next month's like October, right? Next month is in 2 days. So no, not in September, but October, yes. Necessarily, I don't know when or how I'll be able to stream. If I'll be able to stream like around my current 2 p.m. So. In the early American morning, I don't know yet because things are always changing there to my demise, and kids grow up and their necessities change, so maybe they'll not sleep when they're supposed to sleep, and despite me, trying to make them sleep, because other people don't make them sleep when they have to sleep. This is not a complaint, by the way. And so I do not exactly know what's going to happen. Internet points are sacred. Oh man. Internet points.
No, Saman, it was reposted on a Minecraft server. It didn't originally come from it. It came from the server that I mentioned, which was Thug Shaker Central. But people took that and reposted it on other Discords.
Back to the land of the rising sun. Yeah, back to the land of the rising disease. Especially. I can't wait. My kids have been sick 4 times already since when I left.
The land of the rising sun, because you gotta wake your son up every day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't used to when he was younger. Now, yes.
But I can't wait, because you're gonna give him a nice t-shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope he likes it.
Oh, yeah. Sure he will. It depends. Like, if he's upset with me when I give it to him, then no. He likes or dislikes things depending on how he feels about me in that specific moment. But he's still 4. He's gonna change the attitude completely in December when he becomes 5.
Chase killing it with a literal dad joke. That's right. I'm making dad jokes. I'm not even a dad. I'm not dad. I'm just daddy.
Or Dad Lee. What would you do on your flight back to Japan if you looked out the plane window you saw a gremlin destroying the wing? Like pinch my cheek because I'm probably sleeping. And that's not real. Why did that happen to you? You know, manage to put him to sleep first, which apparently is an issue. Well, I gotta put 2 to sleep. That's the problem. And the problem is not even that I cannot put him to sleep. I can put him to sleep. The problem is that my wife wakes him up. She likes to use the phone in the bed, and the phone is very bright. This is not a complaint, by the way. Of course. And so it's very frustrating. Figure that when you have a 2-year-old as a bride. This is not a complaint, by the way. Yeah. There's so many layers to that. Yeah, but because I'm drawing, I cannot understand them all.
It was a dad joke about a dad joke about being a dad. Yeah, and then the dad is also a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Nemo.
It's fine. What did I do here? Oh, yes.
Hey, since you got your stuff and you seem to be pleased with it, I might put it up for sale on the official
sure.
Vikanauts shop.
You can. So something
Yes.
I actually noticed that. Oh, I noticed that for some reason the Gildan one is the mine is for some reason more sharp. The image is more sharp than the other. I don't know why. If it's the type of cotton or something.
I don't know if it's the texture or if it's the color.
I'm not sure. You should probably check, like, see if you still have the template. The template. I'm dying. The template. You can check like what kind of DPIs it gives you. Ideally, it should be like 300 DPIs. Could be something like that, maybe. They're fine though, like for me.
Well, I made the kid shirt especially for him. I don't think I'm going to sell that. Mostly
right.
because I don't really like it on white. I wish gray was an option, but it wasn't.
Yeah. You know what?
They don't have good color options for kids.
It's yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna try it on him, obviously, when I give him the shirt. But it doesn't seem that large. I don't know if 5T means like 5 years old. I think it just fits right on him right now for how he is. but I will see. It's not that large. I was expecting like, well, it's an American size, so it's usually a little larger. Certainly than Japan. But it's not that large. Yeah, it's not that large actually. It's like the right size for him, I think. Like
A 5T in America is like 104 to 112 centimeters, something like that. So, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Newman Chase, have you guys seen Geo Rainbolt? He is the guy that can find any location with a simple photo. No, never heard.
No, sounds like he has a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah. Time. I think everybody would make more, could make more use of, or could use more of. I could use more time. I would like to have more time. I would say.
Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking.
Don't remind me
into
that.
the future.
Don't remind me, please.
I wanna fly like an eagle.
Oh, Jake has seen the channel. Well, yeah. Understandably, like if you share your address online. Although sometimes you're forced to, like I am forced to put an address that's a real thing in the emails. It's illegal to send a newsletter without an address, without your actual address. Someone can call you out and fine you for that. So.
Yeah, and also this should kind of go without saying, but in my opinion, if you're a parent, do not post pictures of your kids online, like anywhere.
In fact, someone had when my son was born, someone had posted a photo on Facebook, a relative of mine. I'm like, take it out now. You take it down immediately, or I come looking for you. I don't have any photo of my kids online at all. Although and unfortunately my wife agrees with this because she's paranoid. But nowadays, at least in Japan, the kindergartens they post some event photos on their Facebook page or something, and you have to consent. So I don't think she did yet because she didn't want to, and I don't know if I want. I mean, I understand it's an event, but still, you know, I don't like the idea, especially for kids.
What happens if some of the parents consent and others don't? Do they like blot out the
right?
kids'
That's
faces
exactly
in
what
the
I was
picture?
thinking. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask when I go back, because that's an issue. I mean, they can censor some, but it's still my
I know
kid
some
being
people
there.
who do that though. Like they'll post pictures of themselves with their kids, but they'll censor the kids' faces when they post them, which is
Still,
better. But
it is better, but
I still wouldn't do it at all though.
yeah. I mean, I don't even have my own pictures online, basically, except for a couple, like the one for the Ethermon interview, and what else? I think I had one on what's it called? LinkedIn.
Yeah, my pictures are like 5 years old. I have online, so it's great for like catfishing women on Tinder or something.
I saw one where a lady took a selfie and said, "Find me." And about 20 Google searches later, he found the exact location she was at in the selfie, using landmarks and businesses in the background and using Google Maps. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, understandable. I guess especially in places that are a little more famous. Like here, it would be a little more complicated. First, because businesses are not usually online, and you cannot quite tell because the environment is very similar to itself. So it could literally be anywhere in the north of Italy. Not that easy to find here, but maybe. I mean, I could try. Say, hey, find this place.
Could you
And I'm
just not
curious.
have the kids not be in the picture? Well, I thought what Nemo was saying was like they took a pic with the kids and then they would ask the parents if they could post the picture.
They take pictures at the event. How can you? That you cannot literally. You cannot tell a kid, hey, get out of here because we're gonna take a picture, and your parents don't want to do that. That would be.
It's going to be like the Stalin
traumatizing. Come on.
photos where they like erase people from history.
No.
This child was never here. Sorry, he's not with the Communist Party.
No, I just don't like, their photos to be public. Imagine posting a photo online just to get found by the weirdos that want to tell you about your cartoons. Imagine that. Imagine that.
They
Well,
should just
certainly they're
let
not
the
gonna
parents
find-
know beforehand. What you?
They
I
are.
guess I'm a little confused. Are you saying like before they take the picture, they call up each of the parents of the kids before they take the picture?
No. Geez, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like they are asking. Well, they have asked. Like, well, we're gonna have from now on. We will have this, and this kind of event, and we're probably gonna take pictures. And also, okay, one thing I did not like was that, as far as I can understand, I have to ask the details again. But they will publish the notebooks. So the kids in Japan have a little notebook where the teachers write, and then you write like things about the kid when they take the notebook home, just to let you know what they did, because they're very small, so obviously they cannot tell you that precisely. And now they're gonna publish those in kind of digital classroom where other parents can also see. I'm like, I don't want other parents to know about my kid's disease or something, like whatever. So they're kind of pushing in Japan. They're kind of pushing for this digitalization of everything, and it's starting to be a little bit of a concern privacy-wise for me. Because they're pushing a little too much, probably.
Send a permission slip. You mean like before the event? Like they
Yes.
send permission slips to the parents? Okay. I was like, you mean they're gonna get the kids together and then okay, we can't take this picture. We gotta go send permission slips to your parents. Hang on. Please stand there for a couple days while we get this sorted out.
Or weeks in Japanese times.
Yeah, with the Japan Post, the slips will show up and they'll probably be broken somehow.
Only if they contain underwear.
Or computers.
It's not like a giant lawsuit shitstorm that was done here in Germany. You mean the one that I mentioned about the classroom? Japan doesn't care much about privacy, really. Technically, you're not even considered an individual in Japan. They don't care about who you are, what you do. They care about what you can do for society, what you represent for society. That's it. So they don't care if you have feelings or if you're sick. They don't care about that. It's just a sad reality.
You're just another brick in the wall.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is literally like that. And then people are okay with it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. That's why I don't like my kids to go to their public education system. I want to, as soon as I can, I will try to find an international school or something, because I'm very concerned about how they will grow up.
Here we go. Oh, you talk about Nemo going full racist on Japan? Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
It doesn't bother me anymore because every time I come on, there's usually going to be some rant about the Japanese. So it's like, I just like duck off of water or a water off a duck's back.
Duff and what?
I was going to say duck off a water's back, but.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if I have like dyslexia or something.
Who? You? No, I don't think so.
Me?
Nah, sometimes it happens too. Mixed words.
I love that.
It's
I
funny.
love that.
Plant's dying.
Ducks off a water's back. It's amazing.
Water had a back. Water has a back.
It does now.
Back off. Water off.
Please, will you clip that? I give you permission to clip. Ducks off a water's back.
Anyway, Jake, yes. Sometimes I cannot contain myself. I have to say something.
Me neither.
Some things just scrub me real wrong on my core values. So it is annoying. It is annoying because so if until I didn't have kids there, I did not care that much. But now I feel the potential threat of them growing up there and being, not only treated by like numbers that were animals in a zoo because they're half, but also, growing up like this, that is completely different from what I grew up with. It's not just, being a different country. Like if they grew up in the US, it would be pretty much the same. It is different, but not that much. But there, it's like another planet. So I am very concerned. So sometimes I think about it, I'm like, ugh, this disturbs me a lot. And so I have to say something about it. Also, because hopefully I can save someone else's life. Maybe they were considering going to Japan or
Finding
setting up a life there. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I'll repeat, that is a bad idea.
Don't worry. Show your kids Inuyasha and then tell them this is what it's like for someone who's half and half. Don't worry.
Yes. Don't worry. Last night on stream, I said, "Look, her eyes are awake. She's open." Oh God. Is it illegal to post people's images and videos without permission in Japan? Yes. To post, I think it is. If I learn the background, yes, I think it is. I don't know how enforced it is. Like many things in Japan, not a lot of them are enforced, but it probably is. It sounds like it might be, if I remember correctly. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. Although I did. But that's another matter. It's another matter because the person did not notice. I took it down before she noticed.
Well, the Japanese are very respectful of privacy. That's why you'd never see something like upskirt videos in Japan. That people just walk around taking videos of women's skirts.
Yeah, very respectful.
Very respectful.
Anyone who goes to Japan or Asia in general and doesn't do any research on the work culture, that's the least concerning part for me. Because as a foreigner in Japan, you're not going to be subjected to the same rules most of the time. Because you're a foreigner, you're considered a lesser being, I guess.
You're a filthy gaijin.
So you're not really, you don't have to do the things that I do. At least from what I heard from people that work there for Japanese companies, you don't have to go to nomikai, you don't have to do any of that crap. At least in most companies. The problem is just living. Like you cannot be integrated in a kind of society. It's impossible because they're very, 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 very racist. In various ways. Some of them are just more polite, and they keep saying, "Oh, nihongo jouzu ne." Like I don't care that my Japanese is good. I'm tired of hearing that. And I don't care to know that I'm good at using chopsticks, okay? Because I've been here many years, and even if I weren't, it's not that difficult to use chopsticks. It's just a very stupid way to eat. So,
well, you'll know why they say that though. If you take me to Japan with you, and then we compare how I use Japanese with you.
Yes, but after a while, you just get tired to hear that. Also, they cannot find anything else to compliment you because they do not pay attention to other things. Moshi moshi. Moshi moshi's like when they answer the phone.
Oh, you know what? And talk with my accent, it would be like Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards when he's pretending to be Italian, and he's just failing. He's like, "Buongiorno."
Nice. The first thing I agree with W Japan on that one. Which one of them? will them let photos that have the face blurred but the face reflection in full HD. That happens sometimes, yeah. Also, they're not very. My wife said she once was, when she was working in Tokyo, she was in the subway, and she saw a video. Not a video. She saw an old man who was staring at the phone, and she saw the content of the screen, or what was displayed on the screen, and the reflection behind. It was, that kind of sight. So, someone did some fucked up in Japan for that to be a law. Oh, there are many laws that are strange there. You get arrested if you put an ice cream in a mailbox. Up to 5 years of jail. No kidding.
Not here. We have freedom here. You can put as much ice cream in the mailbox as you want.
I don't know why someone would make a law about that. But it is a law. It's real.
Because somebody did it once. That's why it's a law.
I guess.
Anytime you look up a law, there's a reason why it's a law. Somebody did that at one point.
How could you eat soup if you don't have chopsticks? Well, with a spoon. And fork if you have like noodles or something. I think chopsticks are good because it forces people to chew more. No, they just make you slower. They don't force you to chew more. Actually, they don't chew. And they slurp. They are very noisy when they eat. They slurp noodles like all the time. Yeah. You're actually supposed to do that. Huh?
They're impractical.
Yeah, not only that, they actually do that, the slurping thing for ramen. They do it because it makes it cooler, and it's usually very hot when they serve it to you. So instead of waiting, and because they're in a rush, they just do, which is disgusting. It's disgusting. Please never do that. It's horrible.
Could somebody teach them that you could just blow on your food?
Yeah. Also, instead of blowing their nose, they sniffle. They pull up all the time. All the time. It's actually, I think it's forbidden to blow your nose in public transport or something like that. Something like that. Yes, something like that. Or in any case, it's considered rude. Yeah.
Anime taught me that they're always getting bloody noses, though.
The idea of getting detained or arrested in Japan seems like a horror movie. Yes. It's something like 99% or over 90% conviction rate, because they don't care if you're guilty or not. They just want you to confess. And they will hold you there until you confess. So. Not good. Not good, so. Not good, so.
Really? Cheese? I figured that you would think that's hot.
What, the slurp?
Yeah.
Actually, some laws just remain because some ruler, dictator, or monarch thought that was important years ago. Yes, but I mean, someone knows that is a thing. Although, to be fair, we're talking about laws like putting ice cream in mailboxes. Yeah, I don't think they had ice cream in mailboxes 100 years ago in Japan. So, I really don't think they had ice cream in Japan 100 years ago. So, or 50, maybe 50, yeah. Maybe